Ghost stories from the crematorium. Okay, so I'm Hindu, thus I'll be cremated. So I'm gonna listen to this story to take notes on what pranks I can pull from beyond after I pass. Hey friends, today I'm going to be checking out some scary stories on TikTok. If you know me, you know I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. I love all things spooky. I'm even wearing some sick spooky shorts. I tried to backlight my background with orange and purple to give us a spooky vibe. I even brought my BFF Benny to watch with me. Let's dive right into it. All right, got my headphones on. Well, let's get started. All right, this is about a childhood experience.
I fucking love this side of
I
TikTok.
love this side too.
So let me just start off by saying that my mom is literally a magnet for paranormal
I like where this is going.
But to this day, this is the one that fucks me up the most. So when I was 2 years old, I was living in an old historical home, but you guys already knew that because that's the basis of every fucking scary story.
It is the basis of every scary story.
Since I was so young, my mom had a baby monitor in my room, and she noticed that I was singing this
old folk song. We already know this is gonna go bad. If we're in an old house and we've got a baby monitor and we've got a folk song, like, I feel like this is about to be a film I should have to pay for.
So she thought, oh, that's super endearing. It must be the nanny who taught her. She asked the nanny. Nanny said no. Well, it was probably her father. He's really into music. She asked my dad. My dad said no. So being super freaked out and very confused, she walks into my room as I'm singing this song one day and she asks, who taught you to sing such a pretty song? And I kid you not, I said, the lady in the corner over there taught me that song. The one with the boo-boo in her tummy. This is fucking terrifying. I got plenty more where that came from.
Okay, first of all, the boo-boo in her stomach? Was this lady like shot in the house? That's a great scary story. Benny, what you think about that one? Benny thinks it was good. All right, moving on.
What is a creepy, unexplained childhood experience that you had?
So the summer that I was 13 years old, I had a dream where I went back to the 1800s and I met this woman and her and I instantly clicked and we became best friends. We did everything together. I was like, we knew each other our whole lives. And she was telling me about how she had lost her son who was 9 and I was like, I'm sorry, like that sucks. She goes, no, but it's okay. You know him. You're gonna help me get him back. And I was like, I'm sorry, I don't know him. I can't help you get him back, but I'm sorry. And she goes, no, you know him, you're helping me get him back, but you need to wake up now. And instantly, I woke up. And when I woke up, I felt something like moving from my bed, me thinking it was my cat. I looked at the foot of my bed and I saw the woman from my dreams get up off my bed and walk into my brother's dresser because we shared a room at the time. And there's gonna be a part 2.
Oh, there's about to be a part 2. All right, this is so creepy. I mean, so the woman decided to not only visit your room, but sit on your bed. Benny, please. That was good. I don't even know what I would do if I was having a dream and the person in this dream turned out to still be there when I woke up. Ugh. Let's see if I can pull up the part 2 to this because now I need to know what happens. All right, here we are, part 2.
Okay, so this is part 2 to my woman at the 1800 story. Am I bleeding? What the fuck?
Oh, are you bleeding?
Anyways,
that's scary too. As you're retelling the story, you're bleeding.
It's important to know that at the time my brother was 9 years old. So it was Saturday night, and on Saturdays we would watch a movie and on the couch and then fall asleep on the couch. So that's what we did. Watched a movie, fell asleep, and then I woke up in like the middle of the night, and I remember having this gut feeling that something
always
wasn't
trust
right.
your gut.
And right across from me, the woman from the 1800s from my dream was standing over my brother staring down at him. And I remember just feeling like such a bad feeling, and I was like, that is not your son, that is my brother, get away from him now.
Is this about to be about reincarnation?
And she had no face.
She had no face?
She walked into the kitchen and my brother woke up crying, screaming, saying that somebody was trying to take him. So we woke up my mom and she put me and my brother back to sleep.
Oh my
called
gosh.
my grandpa to come over, and they did like something to get rid of her. But yeah, that's her. I have so many other stories. My house is hella
Their house is hella haunted, and now I want to hear every single story that they have. This is so scary. So I wonder if the brother in the story was the faceless woman's son from a past life, or the faceless woman was just really confused, or replaying like an event that took place in this house at some point in her lifetime regarding her son. I don't like that. All right, moving on. Up next we have, ooh, the spooky music. I like that. I do need a good story tonight.
So I'm gonna tell you one that is 100% real and still scares me to this day. It doesn't belong to me, it belongs to my best friend growing up.
Oh, your voice is
she lives
perfect
in a very
for
haunted
this.
house, I know, because I spent many a nights there on sleepovers.
Wait, so you went to this house for a sleepover once, experienced something scary, and then decided to go back for more sleepovers. Invite your friend over to your house. That way you don't have to deal with the scary stuff.
And
this
she
is like
sent me
spooky story
pictures so I
ASMR.
can visualize it for you guys. So this is Danielle's bedroom. And there used to be a desk right next to the head of the bed right there. One morning, Danielle woke up and her desk chair was actually facing the bed as if somebody had been sitting there and watching her sleep. She sent me this picture as an example.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Now the creepiest story takes place in this bedroom again.
Okay, the musical score in here has like a thud in it, and it's like freaking me out because it really feels like someone else is walking in here at the same time, but there's nobody else who's home.
But notice the window right at the foot of her bed to the left right there. This is Danielle's backyard, and above me is the window to her bedroom, and to the right is her grandmother's window. One morning, her grandmother called her and was like, "What were you doing up so late?" And Danielle was like, "I went to bed at 10 p.m. Her grandma had gone to get a glass of water at 3 a.m. and looked up at Danielle's bedroom window. She said she saw the lights on and someone pacing back and forth in front of Danielle's bed.
Grandma saw somebody else at the foot of the bed pacing. Y'all gotta move. Y'all gotta move. Why do you live in places like this? That's my biggest fear. What if I buy a place and it turns out that it's haunted? Up next, what do we have here?
Ditch with something weird you used to do when you were little.
So I grew up in a really dark, depressing place. And when I was little, I used to play with what I called was the ghost.
Oh no.
So every day after school, I'd get all of my Barbies out and I would
dolls.
line them up,
It's
putting
already
them in
spooky.
different, very distinct positions. And when I was done, I'd say, "All right, ghost, it's time for you to change their positions." I'd go in my bed, get under the covers, and wait for about 5 to 10 minutes. When I felt like the ghost was done, I would get up and go look at the Barbies, and they'd all be in different positions. And I played this game every day.
Every day? You weren't scared of the ghost? If I see something that I put down and it's not in the same place that I put it down in, I'm already freaking out. I'm asking everybody, did you touch my stuff? But you were openly inviting ghosts to come play with you. You know, I wonder how many of us, if we were to do something similar and just call out to something, "Okay, ghost, touch my stuff," and then you leave for a few minutes and come back, would you see your stuff moved? Not a fan of that. Great story though. Just like that, we're on to the next one. Okay, here we go. Let's get started.
Paranormal experiences that I'm willing to be hooked up to a lie detector.
A lie detector.
That actually happened to me. If you have seen
That's
the
when we know
horror
it's
movie,
real.
The Ritual on Netflix, you are in for a treat.
I did see The
year is
Ritual.
2008. Me and a friend are walking through a nature reservation in New Jersey.
All right.
We're about 5 miles in to woodlands and swamp.
Okay.
We decide to go off of the marked trails for about 30
Off of the
minutes.
marked
So we're deep
trails.
in the
Don't
woods,
ever
and
do
we see
that.
a
Why would you do
clearing
that?
in the woods a little ways ahead. We're still pretty far away, but from a distance, we're able to see something prancing around.
Oh, that's not gonna be Bambi, is it?
So we think, let's go look at it. Well, we get about 20 feet away from this thing. We realize it's like 15 to 20 feet tall
Oh.
and also standing on its hind legs. To our
Oh.
absolute horror, we see this standing in front of us.
Ugh.
The creature stopped prancing around and looked directly at us.
Yeah, this
I've
wasn't
never
a
run so
Disney
fast in
movie.
my life, and I've run from the cops before.
It's funny, I watched this cartoon regular show and they had this like half humanoid deer in one of the episodes and it was terrifying just like that. And they also went off the beaten path. So, note to self, life lesson, never go off the beaten path because the road less traveled ain't all that in the woods. Sorry, Robert Frost. And with that, we're moving on. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh.
Ghost
stories from the crematorium. Okay, so I'm Hindu. Thus I'll be cremated. So I'm gonna listen to this story to take notes on what pranks I can pull from beyond after I pass. I might as well go out with a bang or with a haunt or whatever.
So, I work at the crematorium, which means I burn bodies. It's not the best place to be, but it is a good job, and I get to choose my hours and come in whenever the fuck I want.
Hey,
On this
flexible
particular
employment,
night, which
that's
is
important.
Tonight, it just happened about 10 minutes ago. It is about
10 minutes ago,
o'clock
this is a
now.
fresh ghost story.
So, I was doing my job,
Okay.
burning bodies. You know, I'm doing work with my back to the morgue, and for those
Okay.
who don't know, the morgue is the freezer. And while I'm doing paperwork with my back to the freezer, I suddenly hear a sudden rush of footsteps.
Ooh.
Now, when I tell you that it sounded like footsteps, I am in no way lying. It sounded like footsteps.
Of course it was
real.
footsteps. It had to be.
I could hear.
You got a bunch of dead people in there. Someone's messing around with you.
The floor of our shop, and it was right behind me. And it was coming up fast, and all of a sudden I turned around, and there was nothing. Now I can handle shadow people and the occasional thing moving, but I've been outside of the shop for 15 minutes.
Yeah, I would leave the shop too. I promise whatever pranks I pull will be nice. But, you know, I gotta go out with a bang. So that's probably gonna be me. I'm probably gonna do something less scary, but like in good fun. Like maybe I draw a smiley face on the wall or something like that. Gotta give a nice sign off to the people giving me a good send off. All right, so I'm officially spooked. It's just crazy to think how many people have these paranormal experiences. If you have any paranormal experiences, drop them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give this video a like. And for more fun stuff like this, please subscribe to my channel. See you next time.